This is day 5 of the 19 days of Python challenge with Newton School. Today's topic is strings. We'll break it down with simple examples and real-world logic. And of course, you're learning it from Microsoft Engineer. So you're in good hands. Let's get started.
Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Rohit this side, and the topic for today's video is string operations. As in the last video, you have seen that string is one of the data type. Today we will learn what are the different types of operations we can perform on the strings. So the first operation is concatenation. Concatenation means joining two pieces of strings. You can think of it like, let's say there are two ribbons, you are just tying them up, right? So this is anonymous Python developer's code, that why do strings always bring their friends to the party, right? Because they love to get concatenated. So it's just a funny thought about the concatenation operation, right? So let's see how the concatenation works. So let's say you have hello and you have world. These are the two different strings. Once you will concatenate them, it will become hello world, right? So this is how the concatenation is performed. There is a plus operator. Plus operator is used to do the string concatenation. So the output of this program will be hello space Python, hello Python. So concatenation means binding two or more substrings together, right? So substring is nothing but, you can say, the part of a string. Substring is a part of a string. So you can concatenation, you can say like you are combining two strings, or you can say combining the two substrings which are going to be part of a single string. So the next operation is repetition. Repetition means we are going to repeat the string multiple times. So let's see how we can explain it in simple words. So let's say we have hello plus world. After concatenation, it will become hello world. Now, if we want to repeat it 3 times, it will be hello world, hello world, hello world. So how to do the repetition? Using the multiply operator. If we do S1 multiplied by 3, it will be hello, hello, hello. So let's see this with the help of a code. So let's see that, let's say S1 is a string which is Newton. Now I want to print S1 plus S2. What will be the output? It is concatenation, right? It will be Newton School. Now if I want to do this S1 multiplied by 4, what will happen? Newton, 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 Newton 4 times. This is like repetition, right? Now next is indexing and slicing, right? Slicing a string is like cutting a piece of paper, right? For example, so this is again a quote from a anonymous developer, that why does string always get into the argument with a list? List is again a data type, right? We have learned about it in the last video. So why do they both argument? Because string said that I can get sliced anytime, right? And you just index, right? So I can slice any way I want and you just index it, right? So string means it, why the string is arguing with the list is that I can store whatever I want and I can get sliced as well, right? So let's see how we can explain it in simpler words. So let's see what is indexing and slicing, right? So once we have this hello world, right? So slicing the text, here we are slicing the text from a space. We are slicing it from hello space world. We are slicing it. Hello becomes separate, world becomes separate. So if you see this, indexing means every index, every position of a string, it has a particular position number. So indexing starts from 0th position number. So if you see Python, P is at 0th index, Y is at first index, right? And so on. So if you see this, if we want to print text of 0, that means the character at 0th index. What is that? P. So if we see it with the example of a code, if we do S1 of 0, it will print n. If we do S1 of -1, it will take the index from the last, n. If I do -2, what will it give? It will give O. So if you give it in the negative, it will start picking from the backside, right? So that's why here text of -1 is n, right? Now text of 1 to 4, that means you are saying selecting the index from first to fourth. So 0, 1, y, 2, 3, 4, y, t, h, o, y, t, h. So you are printing the index starting from 1 till less than 4, till less than 4. So it's y, t, h. For example, here if you see S1 of 1 to, let's say I want to do 3. 1, 2, 3. So it will print E and W. So starting from 1 till less than 3, E and W. Right? So this is how this works. And now if you want to give only the second index, it will print starting from the 0th index. So till third index. So 0, 1, 2, 3, P, Y, T, H. Right? Here we are printing from the second index till end. 0, 1, 2. Second index is T, T, H, O, N. Right? Here we are printing every second character. If you give this two double colon, right? That means you are asking to print every second character. So this is second character is P. Starting from P, every second character. Starting from the first character, every second character. P, T, O. P, T, O. Right? And if we give it with the double colon, if we give -1, that will reverse the string. That will reverse the string. So now it is printed in the reverse order. NOHTYP. So this is nothing but indexing, and using this we are also slicing as well. We are slicing, like in this third, if you see the third one, here we are slicing it. We are taking the string from first to third index, right? Cool. So I hope you got the idea about slicing and indexing. Moving on, strings methods, right? So methods are nothing but functions which again do some task for you, and you are not writing the code for that, right? How to write your own functions, we will learn that in the subsequent videos. Now let's see what are the inbuilt methods we have for strings, right? Cool. So see, the first method is here. Let me use the pen. So the first method here is lower. Lower means the first method here is lower. Lower means we want to print it in lowercase, all lowercase, right? So lower means we want to print it in all lowercase. So if I do text dot lower, everything will get printed in lower. For example, if I do here S1 dot lower, what will happen? N will also become lowercase. See, everything will become lowercase. If I do upper, what will happen? Everything will become uppercase. See, so these are the strings methods, right? Now the title, right? So it make it into the title case. So if you see this title, so every first character will be capital, right? So if I do it title, and let's say the first character is also small. Now see what will happen to Newton. N becomes capital, because this is how we write titles, right? So it will become the title case. Capitalize means it will capitalize all, right? Capitalize all. See, capitalize all, right? Swap case means whatever will be lower, it will become uppercase, and whatever will be upper, it will become lowercase. So let me show the swap case, right? So let's say initial characters we have NEW as capital. Now NEW will become small and TON will become capital, Newton. So it has swapped. Whatever is in lowercase become uppercase, and whatever is in uppercase becomes lowercase. Right? Cool. Now let's go ahead for string checking. Right? String checking means searching for the specific item in the particular string. Right? For example, let's say someone has kids in their home. They want their kids want to search toys in a set of toys. Right? So that will be like you are checking something in a mixed set of toys, right? So this is what we are going to do in string checking. We are going to searching something, right? So you are looking for a particular substring, a particular small string inside a bigger string, right? So let's see how it works. So let's say I want to see sharing is caring, right? If you see the string checking, so I want to check if the text starts with sh. If the text starts with sh, right? Does it starts with sh? Yes, true, right? So sh is part of sharing is caring, right? So it will return true. So what are the methods available for string checking? So if you want to analyze it, right, earlier what methods we have seen were the methods related to the string, general methods like making it lowercase, uppercase. Now we are reading the methods which are related to checking, right? So for example, we have a method with the name starts with, right? So you are actually checking if the string starts with something, right? For example, if here I use starts with and I give it like NE, what will happen? Does the Newton starts with NE? Yes, true. If I give here SH, SG, what will happen? False, because the S1 does not starts with SG. Similarly, we have other methods as well, like ends with, like if the string ends with a particular string or not, with a particular substring or not. Is alpha means if all are alphabets. For example, here we are checking S dot is alpha. Are all alphabets here in Python 3? No, false. It contains number as well, 3. And then is digit checks if all are digits. For example, if the string will be 1, 2, 3, 4, it will return true, otherwise false, right? Similarly, is all num. That means are all the characters alphanumeric. That means either alphabets or numbers. So that's why here is num is giving, is al num is giving true, because it has alphabets as well as numbers. All are either alphabets or numbers. Now is space means if all are white spaces or not. If all are white spaces or not. For example, if here the string is all spaces, now here if I give this method, that whatever the method is space, is space. So is S1 all space? True. Yes, it's all space. If I do it with S2, what will happen? If I do it with S2, what will happen? It will be false. Right. So these are all the checking methods. Now string modification. What are the methods available for modifications, right? So for example, imagine you decide to replace sugar with honey somewhere, right? That means you are doing some modification in the process, right? So similarly, there is a replace method which swaps out the part of string with something else, right? Which swaps out the part of string with something else, right? That's how you modify the string. So let's see this with an example in a simpler manner. So here we have NOWTONSCHEEL. So you want to change the spelling of the words. Now once you do the change, it will become Newton's rule. So this is nothing but modification. But let's see how the modification works in code, right? So for example, these are all the methods to do the modifications. So strip is a method to remove all the white spaces in the string, to remove all the white spaces. For example, here in this Python, we have the white spaces before and after. And if I do text.strip, all the white spaces are gone. Now the only Python remains, right? iStrip means it will remove all the leading white spaces, the starting white spaces. And rstrip means it will remove all the ending white spaces, trailing white spaces. Now replace is important one because you want to replace something into the string, some part of the string with something. So if you see this text dot replace pj, so you are asking to replace the p with j, so it will become Jython. P is replaced with j, right? So these are all the methods for string modification. Now next is finding and counting, right? So if you want to find something, if you want to look something into the string, that means finding. You are finding some substring into the string. And if you want to do some count of some characters into the string, that's what counting is, right? So let's see how we can explain it into a simple words, right? For example, here if we find and count s and I, right? Here S is present how many times? If we see in the Mississippi, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I 1, 2, 3, 4. So I is also present 4 times. So we are basically finding S and I and counting how many times is it present. So these are the methods. So find is the method to find the index of the substring. For example, if you do text.find A, right? Where is it present first? A can be present multiple times, right? But where is it? Which index is it present first? 0, 1. So answer is 1. Now text.count A, how many A are present? 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 3. This is how you can find and count. These are the functions to find and count. So now splitting and joining. Split means you want to split string into multiple parts, right? You want to make it into the smaller parts, right? And joining, how we can join two strings, right? Let's see that. So yeah, this is again a funny line from a Python expert, David Bisley, that why did the two strings get married? Because they wanted to join their lives together, right? So this is like the property into the Python, right? So let's see how the splitting and joining works in a simple words. So for example, how to understand what is splitting and joining? Let's say I want to split text and join this with a placeholder. So let's say we have welcome to Newton School, right? So you are splitting it between welcome, then to, then Newton, then school. So basically you have split it from the white spaces. Split it from the white spaces, right? And then you have joined them. Join them with a placeholder. What is the placeholder here? Star, right? So this is the literal meaning of what is splitting and then again joining, right? So these are the methods. So see, split. Split means it will split into list. It will split the string into list. For example, if I do text dot split, it will split the text from white spaces and it will create a list of those words. For example, now the Python is different, is different, and fun is different. It becomes a list, right? So the split functions gives the list of words inside a string, right? And similarly, join will joins elements with a separator. For example, here if I do this dot join words, now we have words here. Words are nothing but different strings. I want to join them using this particular separator. So Python dash is dash fun, right? So let's see this with an example. Let's say we have a string s1 where we want to say welcome to Newton School, right? Now if I want to do split, what will happen? Words is equal to s1 dot split. Now if I want to print words, what will happen? It will print the list of all the words. So welcome to Newton School. So this has now become a list, right? Now I want to join them with a separator. I want to join them with a separator. So let's say S2, rather than a sentence, let's take S2. So S2 is equal to, I want to join them, let's say, with a star. So star dot join, right? Star dot join. Join what? What? You want to join all the particular strings into the words list. And then let's say I want to print S2. What will happen? What will happen now? See, welcome star to star Newton star school. So we have split and then we have joined with the separator. Now escape characters. Escape characters are like special keys into the keyboard, right? Think of them like a secret codes, right? So let's see within example, right? So this slash n, this is required for new line. For example, if you see in a string hello slash n words, it will print hello world in two different lines because slash n act as a new line. It's a escape character. So for example, in after welcome to we have, let's say, slash n. Yeah. So it become welcome to, and then whatever is after this is coming into the new line because slash n is new line. Slash t is tab. Slash t is tab. So it will give a tab space. Tab space. So let's say I give it slash t. So now see the space will increase. See, after 2 the space is now equal to the tab space, right? Now this is backslash, right? So if you see this, this is backslash, right? If I put that particular thing, see what will happen. See, it has put a slash. If you want to put a single slash, you have to put this symbol, right? This is the backslash, right? So if you see this here, we got one backslash, right? Now single quote. This is to add the single quote. If I want to add single quote in my string, I have to use it like this. See, welcome to quote, single quote, Newton School. Now the double quote, for double quote, then slash double quote, slash double quote. Because the reason is, if you will put the double quote directly in between, how will it get to know that string is ending here or here? Are you getting the point? So that's why the escape character comes into picture. You have to use it like this if you want to actually use double quote in between the string or the single quote, right? So these are all the escape characters: new line, tab, backslash, single quote, and double quote, right? So yes, like for example, this is the welcome to Newton School. If you want to add a new line in between, you can use slash n. So the welcome to and then Newton School will come at a separate line, right? So these are again some of the memes you can find related to the string operations, right? So yes, this actually gives the importance of strings currently in the market, because whenever you talk about different types of data, right, string is really important, because without string you cannot store the data which is very relevant. For example, if you want to store the address of a particular location, if you want to store the mobile number, all this you have to store it into a string, right? Because mobile number is a huge number, right? You can use it into the long integer as well, but the string is very important. So now again, quiz time. After every question, pause the video and then check the solution, right? So Python, and then the another S2 is Python with the P smaller. Now I'm saying S1 dot lower. What will be the S1 dot lower? P will become small. right? This will become S1 dot smaller, S1 dot lower, equal to S2, and S1 is not S2, right? So are they both equal? Are their value both equal? Yes, Python. And is S1 is not S2? S1 is not S2, yes, because both are pointing to different locations. So it will be true because both the statements are true, right? So both values are equal, but they are not same. They are not same. Okay. Now hello slash and word. So phrase will be hello and word will be in the separate line. Now we are printing the length of this phrase. How many characters are there? Hello is 5, world is 5, what is slash n? So it is 11 because the new line is also one character. That is a escape character, right? So total will be 11. So now Python is fun. We are doing the swap case. Whatever will be capital will become smaller. Whatever will be smaller become capital. So see, P is smaller and rest should be capital. See, right? See, now we have data. We are stripping it. Once we strip, all the white spaces are gone. It will become data, right? It will become data. Left and right, all white spaces are gone. Strip. Now we are actually slicing it. So we are saying greeting string 1 to 5. What is the first index? 0, 1, E. Starting from E, 2, 3, 4. ELLO. ELLO. Starting from first index to less than 5. So 1 to 4. Right? So alright, we have explored the magic of string operations. We have learned about concatenation, slicing, formatting, right? But now what's next? What's next? So the next we are gonna learn how to take input and how to deal with the output in Python. Now that's going to be very important. So if you see the previous videos, whatever we have learned about basics, like we have learned about how to deal with the data, different data types, and how to store the data into variables, and how to work on them using the operators, right? And also we have learned the different types of data like numbers and strings. But these all data you cannot every time hard code into the code. For example, till now we are doing everything hard code. A is equal to 5, length is equal to 5. But sometimes we want our code to behave like we want input from the user. Input from the user, right? So that's where the input output operation comes into the picture. So in the next video, we are going to learn input output operations, right? So we have worked on these particular strings, right? We have seen examples. So thank you so much for joining. We'll see you in the next video.
That's all about strings in Python. If you have any doubts, comment below. We will help you out. In the next video, we are going to focus on how to actually take input from users and show output, which brings you closer to building interactive programs. Stick with us, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on day 6.